Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today we're going to talk all about the new Gilgamesh, or if you want to get it right, Gilgamesh Breaker of the Scourge. He's got a 12,000 paid pack. I have a lot of thoughts about that. We're going to talk about if this is a unit I should go for, if this is a unit that I think is worth 12,000 paid Visior. There's a lot to unpack there, and just is this kind of a good idea for the game? Let's start there. I've had some time to think about this, and I really wish this is a unit and pack that would have come out while I was not on my like 2-week break, because I gotta just say, anytime a unit comes out with a pack purchasable thing, right? Like, how many units or vision cards or whatever have I thrown way more than 12,000 Visior at? The fact that this guy's sitting here at 12,000 paid gives whales a breather. And I know a lot of people are thinking, now hold on, Orange, you're crazy, man, because if you go into this special shop right here, 12,000 paid, that's 2 of these Visior pack H's, right? Because you get 6,000 paid, and so people are like, he's $100. No, he's not $100. I do see what those people are saying. You would, if you had no paid viz, need to buy 2 $46.99 packs, which basically puts you at $100 after taxes or whatever. Unless you're using Amazon coins, then you're south of $100, so use my link. But I see where people are going there. Still, he's not $100, because for the $100 worth of paid Visior, you're getting a unit, 200 shards, which has a value, 400 scrolls, which I will say the value of scrolls, as I'm sitting on 10,000 of them, has gone way down, and then some elemental materials. But that's still not everything you bought for $100, because this special pack H here comes with 4,000 free Visior. So even if you bought 2 of those to get him, you still come away with 8,000 Visior to use with something else. So I don't know what that makes the actual price on him like at. Is it like $70? Is it $60? Whatever it is, you would need to, if you didn't have any paid viz, spend $100 to get him. Most whales, myself included, are going to be sitting on some paid viz already, and we're going to be more than happy to buy like 1 more discount Visior pack H to cash it in for a unit without having to pull, and 200 shards, and then the rest of that stuff. So for whales, this is a really good thing, and I want to just start by saying this doesn't mean you can't pull for him. It just means that for a lot of people who spend a lot of money on this game, and those are the people that are kind of keeping this game floating, this is a nice thing. So I like that it exists. Would 10,000 paid have been better? Yes. Would like 6,000 paid have been better? Yeah, I think it would have. Is Baby J waking up from his nap early? Yes, he's probably going to interrupt this video, but I do just like that there is a paid option here, and that is something that pulls me towards wanting to get this guy. Now, I have about 2 days to think about it before I have to make my choice at the time of filming this video, so we'll see what I end up doing. Of course, I'll make a video on that. I am immediately going to, for 300 paid, pick this up right here, even though it puts me at a dangerous threshold where I'd have to get a little bit more paid, because I'm going to take a flyer at him real quick right now, see if I can just get him for that 300 paid, and then make the whole thing mute. So let's see if we can do that. Here we go. We got the 110 pull 300 paid ticket. Come on, let's just see if we can do it before Baby J wakes up. Ooh, we're go booking this? Is this going to happen? Now, I'm still going to make the rest of this video. If this is Gilgamesh, I'm going to take a very deep breath, because I no longer have to like make the choice that's hanging over my head. I'm also just going to be really happy, and then I'm going to break him down a little bit more. Okay, there's Engelbert. That was not him, but we're double rainbow in this 300 paid ticket, which is like a miracle. Come on, just relieve me. Just take that burden away from me, please. Resnick. Okay, so we're still looking at the 12,000 paid option if we're going to get him. Now, I want to look at his kit real quick. It is a big price tag, so is he good, and is he somebody that's going to be meta defining? Now, unfortunately, I would at this point go to like the WoTV stats page and look at what's been used at the top end of Guild Wars, except it doesn't track limited Guild Wars stats, and we've basically been in limited Guild Wars the whole time he's been out. So I'm just going to have to analyze him from from this page. And I want to just say I saw him a lot in Limited Guild Wars. He was in a lot of defenses that I fought, and it felt like he destroyed me pretty regularly. Now, he does synergize pretty well with some newer units that have come out, like Sephiroth Kadaj. You can kind of work him in there. You can work him in to some Sword Red Mage teams. As you can see, like, that's where he's at. That's not a terrible thing with like Summer Glassy. So I see where people are going there, but mostly the skill that I've seen him use the most that has kind of like worked me over is his follow-up attack. So he has this Seeking Plume ability where if you can get him to kind of hang back next to some other DPS units and they're going off on you, he can then follow-up attack with Seeking Plume and ignore if someone try to dispel ignore fatal damage buff for target. So it's this nice follow-up attack, and it hits pretty hard, and it's been hard for me to fight against. Like, honestly, I fought a 3v3 against a Limited Guild Wars team with my Greatsword team, and my Greatsword team had been performing pretty well at this point. This move, plus the like other meta characters he was running with, I like basically didn't do damage to the other team. I got destroyed. So let's look at the rest of his kit and see if he's any good. First of all, this move right here, Dreams of Shared Life, magic up, yep, slash attack pin up, single target resist up, and a 200% chance to apply CT down for himself. Now that CT down, what's that look like? Is it down here? No, it's not down here. I don't know exactly how this plays out, but this is a stacked support ability. Regardless of what kind of CT down this is applying on the enemy, this move has single target resist, slash attack pin, and magic. It's absolutely stacked. Then you can get more magic here. He has float if you want to just keep him with that Gilgamesh style and give him float. He has that and jump +1, really situational right there. You can go Spirit HP, HP Wind Resist, or Blade Soul Lore, which is an absolute banger of a support ability, which is agility, spirit pin, and crit rate. So more than likely you're going to go Blade Soul Lore, Dreams of a Shared Life, and now you're stacking both your penetrations. You're faster, you do more damage, you have utility, you have single target resist, you have crit rate. Like, yes, very 100 cost modern unit support kit. His counter moves, he did get a new counter moves that absorbs damage done. This is one of the reasons why it didn't look like I did damage to the team that I fought, because I'm pretty sure I had a 1 HP unit that went to hit him, and he like preemptively countered me with this, healed himself to full, and killed me. So it's decent. The 30% proc chance, I mean, if you're running a lot of like anti-counter in your trust stones, it's not going to proc that much, but still it is a good one, at least for him. Then if we look at his main job, let's see what's going on here. Okay, let's look at his buffs first. He has this self buff right here, which 200% chance to ignore fatal damage. So he gets courage. Okay, he gets 25% reduced physical damage taken. Great. He gets to ignore if someone tried to dispel ignore fatal damage buff for 4 turns if he has ignore fatal damage. So now I believe, and please tell me if I'm right or wrong about this, he ignores, okay, let's read this. Upon hit, so he will hit somebody, and then he will ignore if someone tries to dispel ignore fatal damage buff for 4 turns. Is he courage dispel immune? Is that how that works? I don't know. And then here's his follow-up attack, Seeking Plume. So basically, you must cast this. This is kind of the thing that when I've been fighting him seems to be really overpowered. Now, he does have a group buff that's good as well. Scourge Break Armor of Discontinuity. This will give him a physical damage shield, 7,500, AoE resist 25, and an area attack size physical and magic resist debuff, or buff for himself. So like, he's going to take significantly less damage with this buff on. Also, the physical damage shield is for himself, the AoE resist is for his allies, and then the like honeycomb barrier or whatever we're calling it these days, that's for allies as well. This is another really good buff. So both of his TP moves in his main kit are very meta. Like, those are worth it. Now, what about his attacks? So San right here, am I on the JP side, or I'm on the English side? Okay. So San, that is what the name of it is short range, it's cheap, he has 5 uses, and when enemy target is killed, automatically get CT up. Okay, not the worst thing ever, but not great. He has a magic barrier breaking move, but again, like fairly short range, single target, low modifier. Ama no Murakamo plus. Let's look at the fully upgraded version. Long range big AoE, which this is a throwback to like old Gilgamesh, who his Kotetsu plus was like this long AoE, long range AoE thing that like debuffed the defense of the enemies or their slash resistance, and it was like super meta for a while. This one decreases AoE resist, so it's like a current meta debuff. I like that. It also dispels shell, reduce magic damage taken in reduce magical damage taken, increase buff for targets, whatever the heck that means. I'd have to actually look at the move in game to see what it is, but a debuff, a 200% modifier, and then when enemy target is killed, he gets CT up. So this one's going to proc a lot more, giving him a lot more turns. It's also a 2-hit move. This is a great attack. Then he has a spirit penetration attack for 3 turns buff, 100% hit. So you have more spirit pen, which puts him at that like 80-point threshold, plus a guaranteed hit, 200% modifier, short range, small AoE. But a lot to love about these last 2 attacks in his kit. His Scourge Eater sub job, he does have a heal that gives haste, but like the AI, I mean, come on now. And then he has a drop aggro self buff that gives him move and jump +1. Really interesting. I'm not sure what that would do. Sword Sorcerer, if you were gonna run that, you do have access to a slash attack resist penetration for 3 turns buff in here that's attached to a longer range multi-hit slash attack, so I could see that being good. You have a disabling attack in here, but you're never going to get the AI to use that at only 121 mod. Then you have a shell and magic resist buff, so Sword Sorcerer pretty mid. Blade Soul is a really interesting one though, because here's a magic damage taken shield, 7500 HP, that also gives him slash attack resist pin 40. You combine this slash attack pin here with the slash attack pin from his support job, and if you're able somehow to get this buff cast with where he had his other one, this one, now you have a 7500 HP shield for magic and physical, along with all the rest of the things that you get from this. There's a lot to love about this kit. I am understanding why, like as I'm going through this today, I'm understanding why I'm seeing this guy everywhere. Then his limit break, 200% chance magic damage up by 20% for 3 turns for himself. Weird shaped, cross-shaped AoE, but long range. Guaranteed hit, 240 mod is huge, and it inflicts frostbite, which is devastating on enemies. So there is a lot to love about this kit. Still, we have to think, does that make it worth, and let's go back to this page because I'm just going to stare this thing in the face while I make this video. Does that make him worth the price tag, right? Does that make him worth this massive, and I just got a bunch of gil. Oh, new month, by the way. So turn in your tokens, 12,000 paid. I would have to buy more Visior to do this, which means, you know, it just taps into your budget. So it's something you got to think about. I'm going to be thinking about it for a while. I think a lot of people did it, and now I think I understand why. I will have that decision made within the next 3 days, and I will make a video about what I decide. So let me know in the comment section, especially about some of those moves I was unsure about. If you guys could fill me in on that a little bit. Again, very disconnected for the last couple weeks, and I'm hella jet lagged. Like yesterday for me, I fell asleep probably 26 times during the day, and I kept just trying to wake myself up because, oh man, the jet lag going to Japan, no big deal. The jet lag coming back from Japan, I'm a tired boy. So there we go. Thank y'all for watching. I'll just end it by saying I love that this is in the game. Wouldn't mind seeing more things like this. Also wouldn't mind seeing less than 12,000 paid. And yeah, have a good one, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Peace.